Good evening. I hope you had a wonderful day. It was a nice day here in Arizona and starting to heat up, but I am still working in the garden every morning after a run, just trying to spend some time out in nature early in the day and then getting out for a walk right after we do our live sessions with the breathing. It's really good to get ourselves relaxed and then even do a little bit of activity. You can practice the breathing at the same time. And then right before I go to bed, I practice this breathing all over again. Now, one of the areas we've been talking about is where we have this pressure right in here, right in our chest. And it sometimes creeps up on us when we start to get worried about something in our mind or have some anxiety, stress, it creeps up on us. And what happens then when this becomes very rigid or we hold our shoulders up high, our breathing pattern changes. And if we're up in this posture and we go to inhale, our ribs lift up, which creates more tension in our upper body. We forget how to use our diaphragm to get air in, kind of like a vacuum. So today what I want to work on, and you hear me say a lot when I inhale in your nose to your throat. So I want to work on that a little bit more because that's a very hard skill that takes a lot of practice and concentration. So I just want to spend some more time on that today to help you learn how to use your diaphragm a little bit better. So when you are in a stressful situation, have anxiety, have panic, or something's not going right, that we don't start lifting up our ribs to get air in. There are going to be times where that happens. If I'm sprinting, yes, I'm going to have to lift up my ribs to get air in because I'm trying to use as much of my lungs as possible. But when we are doing a normal daily activity, we don't want the stress to create this tension in here, which then makes us lift up our ribs because we're not using our diaphragm. So as we're doing this, what we want to think about is as we're inhaling, we want to direct the air horizontally down to our throat, okay? As we're doing that, we're working on keeping our ribs down. So as we inhale, the ribs stay down, we direct air in our nose into our throat. As you're doing this, you may feel like you can't get any air in. And part of that is that some of the tightness that's all throughout your body. You're so used to using those muscles to contract, to lift up your ribs, that if we tell them not to work, they don't know how to relax and let go so you can expand naturally. So as we're going through this, I want you to think, inhale in the nose to our throat. And what you might feel is like a guttural feel in your throat. You may hear it a little bit in your ears as you're inhaling. You may even feel like your throat is being sucked backwards. That's another way that you might feel. So those are just some things that as we're going through the inhalation today, I want you to think about when I say inhale into your throat, think about the air going here. It's like a vacuum. It feels like a vacuum of air going in as your diaphragm goes down. Now, you're not going to feel your true diaphragm, but you'll feel how air just gets sucked in, and you don't have to try so much to get air in. What we're working on is that you don't have to lift up your ribs and try so hard. We want to keep everything down and gentle. Okay, that's your instruction for today, and we will get started with our breathing. So we're going to have you sit all the way back in your chair, let your low back go all the way back. Let your tailbone curl under you and let your butt kind of settle into the chair. We'll have your knees together and feet flat. If your knees are not at the level of your hips, go ahead and put something under your feet, like a platform, a book, phone book if you still have them, and just to help you lift your knees up a little bit so your tailbone can roll under you. We're going to use a straw, and I often cut them in half because it's easier to hold on with your lips only, not your teeth, because we don't want to engage those jaw muscles. We're going to put one hand on the chest, and right now I'm going to just demonstrate the 4 steps. If you've done it with me before, go ahead and join on. If you're new to this, hold off a second and I'll coach you through it after I demonstrate. We're going to breathe in through the nose is step 1, pause 1 second, step 2, blow out through the mouth, step 3, and then pause 3 seconds holding your breath for step 4. So I'm going to demonstrate this a second and then we'll go and coach you through it. So here we go. Good. So as you can see, not much of my ribs lifted up. There was a gentle expansion overall that happens when my lungs fill with air, but I'm not lifting up my ribs to create an emptiness for air to flow in. I'm using my diaphragm to create negative space for air to flow in. Now, as we go through here, if you have a straw, please go ahead and stick it in your mouth. Let's do one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Settle back into your chair. And if you can, close your eyes just to get rid of other distractions so you can really focus on feeling and hearing this guttural feel in your throat as you inhale. And if you don't get it tonight, don't worry, keep practicing. If you have questions, go ahead and leave me comments. Let me know how you're doing with this. I know it's hard and it takes a little bit of time to learn, but here we go. We're going to breathe in your nose to your throat. Pause and blow out. Hold. 2, 3, gentle breath in your nose to your throat. Pause and blow out. Hold. 2, 3, gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Pause and blow out. Feel your chest drop down, ribs drop down, and belly comes out. Hold. 2, 3, gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Pause and blow out. Feel your sternum drop down and in, ribs drop down, and belly stays out. Hold. 2, 3. Now keep your lower ribs down as you inhale in your nose, horizontally to your throat. Pause and blow out. Feel your chest drop down and in. Feel your ribs drop down. Your belly spills out and hold. 2, 3. Think gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your ribs down so your throat fills with air. Pause and blow out. Feel your whole sternum drop down and in. Feel your ribs drop down and your belly comes out. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your tongue to the roof of your mouth as you guide air to your throat. Pause and blow out. Feel your sternum drop down and in, ribs drop down, and your belly spills out. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your chest down as you inhale. Pause and blow out. Feel your sternum drop down and in. Your ribs drop down as your armpits relax and belly spills out. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, feeling and hearing that guttural feel in your throat. Pause and blow out. Feel your sternum drop down and in. Your ribs drop down as your belly spills out. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your shoulders down and relaxed. Pause and blow out. Feel your sternum drop down and in. Ribs drop down and your belly comes out. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, feeling that suction of your throat backwards as you bring air in. Pause and blow out. Feel your collarbones relax, your pecs soften as your armpits relax in and your ribs drop down. Hold. 2, 3. Keep your ribs down now as you inhale into your throat, feeling a vacuum feel in your throat. Pause and blow out. Feel your chest drop down and in. Ribs drop down as your belly spills out and you settle further into your chair. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your shoulders down as you feel the air go directly to your throat. Pause and blow out. Feel your chest drop down, your ribs soften under your hands as your low back relaxes and your belly spills out. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your tongue to the roof of your mouth to guide your air to your throat. Pause and blow out. Feel the chest drop down and in. Your ribs drop down. Belly spills out as your buttocks settle further into your chair. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your shoulders down. Pause and blow out. Feel the whoosh going through your body as you have the wave of relaxation going all the way down to your toes. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat. Pause and blow out. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat. Pause and blow out. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat. Pause and blow out. Great. And take a break. Now, as you do this, just keep focusing on inhaling into your throat. If you need breaks, take your breaks and go back to your normal breathing. Just spend a little bit of time working on it and seeing if you can get that suction feel in your throat. As you start to do this and shift, you will feel how you are no longer reliant on your shoulders, your back, your neck to get air in. And it's really freeing, it's liberating. Your mobility improves, you feel loosey-goosey because now all of a sudden your inhalation is not tied to all of these muscles throughout your body that become more and more tense if they're being used 12 to 18 times a minute. Again, practice short periods of time throughout your day, 5 minutes, a couple times throughout the day, and it can make a world of difference for you. If you have further questions, please reach out to me. And if you have suggestions about what you want to work on through this, let me know and we can do it tomorrow night. I love seeing you guys here. Thanks for joining. Have a wonderful night. Bye.